we'll be moving on to the next video then, okay? Which is another one made by, I think, the same person. Yes, so you know it's gonna be peak. It is solving the matchbox mystery.
Mystery. Such a
This one I watched a couple of minutes of it. I think like 3 minutes, and it's also kind of like the same thing. But I'm very interested in showing Sammy.
yeah.
Sammy.
I'm the rat. I'm the rat.
I'm sorry, I keep confusing you. I'm Sammy with this one. Honestly, just because I already know it's probably gonna be peak as always, make sure to follow and subscribe to him. The Doxer. No, I almost keep saying Bear Chat instead of Sammy. That's not her name. Alright. Enjoying the RG room. Oh man, they're fun. They're fun. But I want to say, I am very excited to see what this one's about. As always, make sure to follow this guy. The original video is gonna be in the description down below. And watch this video and everything because like great content. But if you do enjoy my reaction and input, back and subscribe. Stick around and be a good person. I don't know. Anyways, Sammy, let's get right into this one, shall we?
Yeah.
I discovered the Matchbox a few weeks ago. While searching YouTube for strange channels, I came across one with 6 videos, 5 of which were essentially just
I gotta see, why is my quality for this so low? It's at 480. Let's at least get it at 1080. Come on now.
unedited gameplay files. I usually focus on more cryptic and ciphered videos, but something about this channel caught my interest,
I haven't done the redeems like for that yet.
After taking a look, I can tell you that hidden inside this seemingly boring footage is one of the strangest and most interesting puzzles I've ever seen, just waiting to be solved. Clicking on the first video, titled Matchbox Round 1, takes us into a dining room of sorts. We see a strange set of items in the hotbar, and our player walks around, seemingly exploring the room for the first time. They cross into another room filled with pots, and then turn the corner to see another player running right at them. Our player takes a step back before turning to place a sign saying hello, but by the time they look up again, the other player is gone. Confused, this person looks around into a nearby graveyard but is unable to find the other player. They turn back down the
What?
Can I just say one thing about that?
Yeah?
Sign thingy. Why would they put a sign and turn back to write on it when they can put the sign in front of them and write on it and still be able to look in front of them?
I didn't know I didn't know either that's how any of that worked. I mean, honest, I don't know. I have actually never used the sign in Minecraft, so I can't tell you I know why or why not. Because the sign will have the text on the wrong side. You're right.
Really?
It probably might be the way you're facing the sign when you put it down.
I never had that problem though.
Well, maybe you didn't know. But yeah, even everybody in chat says you're wrong. So you know what? You're wrong by democracy's sake. So
corridor into
or you can just crouch and like press
someone else. They try saying hello again, and this time the new player doesn't run, introducing herself as Flute. Our protagonist reciprocates, introducing himself as Oak, and Flute asks, almost jokingly, if he's the spark, to which Oak replies no. But wait, okay, what is all this? Well, this is the Matchbox.
The spark of my life. Sorry. Oh my god. I wonder if this is copyright, considering this sounds like a Stranger Things intro, but like it might be like a custom-made song by them that is similar to it. I don't know. This is a really cool intro though, and for my own sake, I must talk over it just in case it might be copyright.
As we can find out by clicking on the video titled Matchbox Rules, everything we're about to see is a sort of puzzle. The premise is that 7 players are competing to split $1,000, but one of them is the spark. The goal of the spark is to slowly eliminate players one by one until only one is left standing. They do this by marking one person each round by right-clicking them with an open hand. When the round ends after 10 minutes, whoever was marked
Sammy, I'm gonna
instantly
say it.
dies, unless they were protected
Oh.
by the other role, the medic, which
Oh.
also marks someone with an open hand. It's then up to the remaining players
Right.
to discuss who they think the spark is and vote them out before the discussion timer ends. The twist is that we don't know who the spark is either. We're just as clueless as the players in the
Among Us.
footage,
I had to say
and
it.
using what we see in these 5 videos, it's up to us, the audience, to solve the puzzle of the matchbox and find the
Pretty
spark.
much.
So with that said, the fact that this
I think
player
the question
that
is, when
Oak
did the
ran
player
into
die?
had their
'Cause
open
what if-
handout is already a
Didn't it
little
say after, like, 10
concerning, but
minutes?
the round
Well, it basically says I think the player dies automatically if they get marked.
After 10 minutes.
Yeah. So does the
Mhm.
speech and talking start then? And since nobody saw anybody or can't see names, they really can't, like, when you see somebody kill somebody and you're like, oh, it was this person that killed them in red or like in electrical, you can't really do that.
Yeah, how do they know them and be like, yeah, I saw this person
They're gonna have
mark
to
this
just
person.
It is
I
far
don't
from
know.
over, and Oak asks Flute if she wants to explore the map with him, but as he does, another player approaches them. Oak and Flute step back, evidently concerned, but the player introduces himself peacefully as Glove. Oak asks if he's the spark, and Glove replies that he probably isn't, asking if either of them have seen a player called Mustard. Oak says no, and Flute also
Mustard. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
says no unless Mustard was in the dining hall.
Okay.
Glove says Mustard was in the junkyard, a room we'll soon see, and asks why he even showed up to play if he's just going to hide in a corner all game, to which Flute responds, for the money. After a bit more chatting, the 3 of them decide that if they ever run into each other again, they'll quickly flash their axe as a greeting. That way they'll know it's really one of them. The 3 of them cross into the library, explore for a little, and then venture into the scrapyard, where, as Glove mentioned, they run into a player crouching in the corner. Just watching them. The 3 of them turn down the other hallway into the lounge room,
What a
exploring
weirdo.
little further before suddenly they get blindness, indicating the round has ended.
Oh,
The meeting
snap.
starts, and we learn
Ah,
that
okay,
Flute
so it's
is
literally Among Us.
From
But
this
you don't-
first round alone, we've already met 5 of the 7 players in this game. Oak, Flute, Glove, Mustard, and whoever this was at the start. Given that Flute must have been marked
It's
at
just
some
gonna be
point in the
incentivized to
round,
stream it.
it's very likely that Glove
Flute
could have killed her, though
died.
given his immediate reaction in chat, it's unsure. The actual meeting footage is just a long chat conversation though, and for the sake of an entertaining video, I've constructed my own meeting room and will turn these chat messages directly into voice-acted audio. Every line you're about to hear is straight from the meeting chat.
Whoa, Flute?
What? We were just with
Okay,
Hello?
okay, so they have no voices, but this is giving them voices. Okay.
Yeah, this is
Are
fun.
you stupid?
Calm down. It's not a big deal.
Are you kidding me? You can't just go shooting the first person you see. That's ridiculous.
Well, you weren't holding a tool, bro.
What?
Your open hand was out like you were gonna mark me. So surely you'd only do that if you were the spark.
Genuinely, you
Red
must be the
sus.
spark. How? I don't know how someone can be this dumb.
Dude, it makes perfect sense.
Dude, this idiot is gonna be the reason we lose $1,000. Ridiculous.
If you're wondering what Knife is talking about and why he's so aggressive, I can only answer the former. You may have noticed that Oak, and everyone else, is given a crossbow. Each round, they get 1 arrow that can reveal the name tag of whoever they shoot. Hardboy, seeing that Knife had no item in his hand, must have thought he was going to get marked and shot him, an act that Knife does not take lightly.
Well, if anything bad happens, just know Knife wasn't holding an item.
Come on. There's no way we're serious. You have to be trolling. Can we just vote this guy out? He's practically useless.
With your attitude, we might as well just vote you out and save ourselves the trouble.
And who invited you, smart guy? Last I checked, the girl you were with was the first to go. So don't you think it's a little bit more likely that you're the spark as opposed to me and Blockhead over here?
You think I killed her? That's why I'm surprised.
She was with us, but it would be stupid for Oak to kill her round 1 while I was also with him. And the same goes for me. If anything, I say that makes both of us less suspicious.
Yeah, likely story.
I think it makes sense. Mustard, do you have any info?
No, I didn't see anything.
What do you think it is?
Well, you're just a bundle of joy, aren't you?
I could say the same thing to you.
So,
You know what?
who is it?
It's
I
not
think
Knife.
it's either
yeah.
knife.
No, dimwit.
No,
If we knew the
I
game
think
would
it's
be
either
over.
knife or
Listen,
mustard.
it's not gonna get you
I don't
anywhere
think
to
it's
insult the
Knife
guy.
because
How about
it's
instead we
never
just
the
think of a
asshole.
plan?
I agree. We only have like 30 more seconds left anyway, so let's at least get our info. I finished the game with knife and cardboard. Glove, you and Oak were with Flute right before she died, right?
The round ends with Glove asking this.
And I take it no one was swapped with anyone? If so, that'd be good info to have.
No.
Nope.
The final thing I have yet to mention about Matchbox is that every 2 minutes, by pressing G, the Spark can swap positions with a random player on the map, so checking for swaps seems like a good strategy to get information.
Wait,
Yeah?
how would we know if we were swapped?
You cannot be serious.
No.
With
Okay, you're
hardly
just
any
dumb.
information after the first meeting, it seems like Glove may be the most likely candidate for who marked Flute, meaning that Oak may have just befriended them.
Okay, so Flute was the person with them, and might have marked them, and might have been killed, right, by one of them. We don't know because we don't even know if Oak is the killer, or not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Knife. I'm just gonna say that it's never the asshole.
I mean, it can be.
In deductive games, not really. Being the
Yeah,
asshole
yeah.
would mean usually everybody votes you out because they just don't like you, or you're antagonizing everybody generally. So you usually
But
don't.
you act so desperate to like try and seem innocent, but in reality you are.
Well,
the
you're
killer.
not, because you'd be just accusing everybody, even if you're innocent or if you're not. You're still bringing attention to yourself.
I don't think they will be blaming everyone, but like being
The asshole
suspicious
would
and
blame
careful.
everyone.
Yeah.
Killer. Regardless, the next round starts with Oak in the scrapyard, and he runs towards the lounge and immediately bumps into another player exiting the maze. Oak swaps to his axe, and the other player, Glove, does the same. After confirming that neither of them had run into someone else on the way here, Glove mentions that whoever killed Flute was likely the person she saw in the dining hall who she thought could have been Mustard. Oak agrees, and then Glove suggests a stakeout. He leads Oak up a secret path he spotted in the tree at the center of the atrium. Their plan is to hold a stakeout and try to catch someone in a lie, and it's not long before they spot someone. Two players emerge from the direction of the pot room, one following the other. The one in front places a sign, and Oak turns down his FOV to try and get a better look. The text is admittedly hard to read, but seems to say something like, "Stop following me." The other player tries to place a sign in response, but the first player breaks it before they can finish typing. And then this happens again. The first player places another sign before walking away, but quickly runs into someone else emerging from the lounge. Oak watches as the two stare each other down. Before the first player writes something on a sign we can't read, the player on the lounge stares at it and then walks away. The first player then leaves towards the library, with the second following close behind. Oak and Glove immediately get to talking, speculating that what we just watched was knife and cardboard, for which the behavior lines up with what we know about both characters. Who they ran into is a bit more ambiguous though, with Oak thinking that it could be Mustard. The round keeps going with no more player sightings, and before it ends, Oak tells Glove to meet him in the viewing lobby next round. When the meeting comes, it's Cardboard who's found dead.
Good riddance.
Cardboard.
As if you didn't kill him.
Excuse me?
I mean, Knife, it's obvious to everyone here that he pissed you off in the first round. And since he kept following you around, you couldn't mark anyone without him knowing. So you pretty much had to kill him.
That's way too obvious. Only a wormwit would have
Yeah,
killed him in
okay,
my
it's not
position. Why would I
Knife.
kill the person following me around and essentially incriminate myself?
Because you're low-key kind of stupid.
Nah, that's not good logic at all, though.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
Yeah, you're one to talk for sure about
Glove,
that.
do you have any information?
Only as much as Oak does. Knife, you entered the atrium with Cardboard, right?
And if I did, how would you know?
Well, if you're
They
not
ran
the
into
spark,
two players,
this is
though.
how we clear you.
Except
Yeah.
he's not clear.
Yeah, we came in a little bit after the round started.
Did you see anyone else in that time?
Not beforehand. I ran into Cardboard first, and the kid just latched onto me like a parasite. Afterwards, we ran into someone coming from the lounge before I left.
And you met Cardboard where?
The pottery room by the dining hall.
Okay, and who was the player you ran into in the atrium?
You tell me, genius. I have no idea.
Was it Mustard?
It was me.
Well, there you go. Mustard.
This essentially confirms that Oak and Glove were right. This interaction was Knife, Cardboard, and Mustard, with Venus unaccounted for.
And Venus, where were you?
The maze, just looking around for anything interesting.
Seems like it's probably Knife then.
Well, The maze is on the far left, and given Mustard came from the lounge, and Venus didn't mention running into him,
True.
I take it Venus was closer to
As
the
for
left
swapping,
side
though.
than the right.
Okay,
Mhm.
and
And he thinks I could have interacted with Cardboard and marked him before he met Knife.
Exactly.
Not bad logic, but I didn't see anyone that game. I was just trying to learn the layout of the maze.
Fair enough, but
Okay,
you know,
but-
your word.
The maze is interesting.
you
Thing
know,
to waste
knowing
your
if the
time
medic
on.
was still alive would be good information.
Who do you think is just gonna outright say that they're the medic?
I don't know. Someone like maybe Venus, Mustard. That's a clear right there if no one contests
They
it.
would get
yeah,
killed
a clear
immediately.
and a target on their back. You're
Yeah.
just fishing for your next kill, aren't you? That or you're helping out your girl here find her next victim.
You're so unpleasant, you know?
Yo, I hope the spark marks you next.
Oh, I'm so scared. Come mark me yourself then, Oak. Show me how to do it.
Listen, if I was the spark, you would already be out of this game by now.
With that, the meeting ends, and Oak is sent into the library for round 3. But first, let's discuss for a second what we already know. So far, 2 people have died. Flute,
Right.
who was with Glove and Oak, and Cardboard, who was with Knife. So who could have made these kills? The obvious suspect is Knife. The guy is clearly hostile and has a very good reason to kill Cardboard. Though, as he pointed out, it would seem stupid to kill the person following
I
him
think-
and
I don't
incriminate
think Knife is
himself.
him. I
As
don't
for
think
the
he's
Flute
that
kill,
smart.
It's possible that any of Knife, Mustard, or Venus could have been the player that Flute ran into at the very start of the round. As Glove points out, Venus is totally unaccounted for Cardboard's kill and could have also marked him right away. Mustard, on the other hand, has a very clear alibi. He was at the bottom right with no way to see Cardboard. The most interesting suspect here, though, is Glove. He could have easily gotten the kill on Flute in the first round without Oak noticing, and while the Cardboard kill looks impossible, Glove did start the round coming out of the maze, the same side of the map we know Cardboard started into, given he
Oh
met
my
Knife in the
God.
pottery room. But evidently we still don't have enough
It could be
information
Glove.
to accurately confirm who the spark is, so the only way to get it is to watch round 3, where Oak, as promised in the last round, runs
I think it's
from the
Mustard.
library through the atrium and to the viewing lobby where Glove
Yeah,
is
he's
already
my
waiting
second
for him.
choice.
Glove mentions that he ran
Well,
into
now
a player
first.
in the atrium on his way here, and Oak once again suggests a stakeout, to which Glove of course agrees, suggesting that this time they keep watch on opposite corners of the tree to cover more ground. After making their way up, the two watch for any other players, and a few minutes later, they see someone coming up from the lounge. The player looks around and, as Oak watches, runs into the left wing of the map. Oak runs to tell Glove and then returns to his post. A few minutes go by and another player runs out of the library. According to Glove, they ran into the viewing lobby right after. The round then continues silently until this happens.
Oh my god.
Oh.
No way you used the Infinity Castle fucking ding noise for this. Demon Slayer sound. I know one when I hear one. That's when you get when you get teleported in Demon Slayer.
Oh no. Oh, you can teleport in Demon Slayer?
No, there's an enemy that uses a very specific instrument, and that's the noise it plays when you get teleported by it.
Okay.
Yeah. But okay, all right. So they
Oak
got
is suddenly swapped into the maze, and we
Okay.
get our first look at the inside of the tunnels. Surprised,
Who would
he
be at the maze,
wanders the
though?
labyrinth.
The only one
for
that
the
was
last
talking about
minute of
being in the
round,
maze is
but
Venus.
When the meeting starts,
But it could be
Guys.
anybody that could be in there
Yes.
though.
I was marked.
What? How?
And the medic saved you?
Yeah, they must have.
So looks like the medic's alive after all.
Oak, you're the only one who knew where I was hiding, and the only person who could have reached me.
Wait, what?
The entire game, I've only interacted with 2
Say I
people,
was switched.
you and whoever I saw at the start. No one else could get up to that tree without me or you seeing.
You think that it was me who marked you?
I want to
Oh,
trust
no.
you, but
Say
there's
you were
no one else it
switched.
could be.
Say
Yeah.
you were switched to the maze.
Oh, is he telling the truth?
No, what? How could I have marked you? It had to have been the other person you ran into.
Well, that's just it. It couldn't have been because someone else must have protected me. Meaning, unless you're the medic and you're telling me that right now that you saved my life, which it doesn't sound like you are, then you must be the spark.
This is a big accusation, but not an unfounded one. Glove being marked but saved by the medic means that of the 2 people he interacted with, the mystery man in the atrium and Oak, one is the medic and one is the spark, which doesn't look too good for Oak.
Oak is in it. You know why?
What?
Cardboard. He didn't meet cardboard.
Yeah.
Couldn't have infected him. Who?
My only question here right now is why doesn't he say he got switched?
It doesn't really matter anymore though. He could say it and he could say it, but they won't believe him at this point. The only point is, I think if he dies, the only thing that he could do really is that hopefully what he says, once they figure out it's not him, could give evidence to the next people to who it might be.
Mhm.
But that's kind of it.
Here, but Knife brings up an interesting point.
He could be lying, you know.
I already told you I'm not lying.
Not you, genius. Glove. He might not have been marked. It could be that the spark just didn't kill.
The chat messages literally
True.
stop for a small while
True.
as
It could
everyone
be that- it
realizes
could be
that
that-
Glove could have been lying.
It could be
about
that Glove
being
just
marked
lied.
and saved. And if that is the case, and he is actually the spark, then he's just made the boldest play of the game.
Well, if anyone here's the medic and you didn't protect someone,
True, he could have been luring out the medic. Right? Because he could have said, "Oh my God, I got thing. Who saved me?" To see if anybody that he ran into, if the person he ran into, was the
Mhm.
medic, and would like say, "Oh yeah, that was me."
then speak up now and we know that Glove is the killer.
Okay, so this clearly proves that Glove is innocent.
And that makes you the killer.
No, it doesn't. And I can prove it too. Yo, Glove, where did you run into the other players earlier?
Atrium, heading south.
Did anyone run into someone else in the atrium?
Are you stupid? Owning up to that would be admitting you're either the killer or the medic. Although we already know the former is you.
You're not helping here, Knife.
And I don't see you doing anything, Princess. Unfortunate that your only friend here has turned out to be the spark.
There's no proof that it's Oak.
Come on, you can see it just as well as I can.
Glove, did I ever walk up to you during our stakeout on the tree?
Yes. You told me someone came from the lounge.
Did I ever after that though? With a minute left or anything?
You asked for more signs.
Why would he? He had more signs, so.
And
our
don't
char-
you find that odd?
Yeah.
After we left the viewing platform, we hardly talked. I would still have a whole stack left, so why would I ask you for more?
Why did you?
Well, that's it, isn't it? Is that not obvious to you? Glove, just think about it. That wasn't me. I got swapped.
There we go.
How convenient.
That you should have brought that first. You should have.
Yeah.
You should have
Yeah.
said, "Okay, first off, I got swapped. Did anything happen in the last minute that was weird of you?" If you brought it up
Yeah.
like that, maybe it would have been digested by the people here a little better.
He's not lying.
Yeah, that's
I was swapped as well.
not the
Thank you,
greatest
Mustard.
time.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so Mustard
Someone
was
was fishing
swapped.
for swaps. They swapped with Mustard and then swapped with me. Saw you, Glove, and then went to mark you, posing it as just asking for signs. That's the killer.
You know, if you are the spark, that is quite the 40 chess move.
I'm telling you, I'm not.
Knife then launches into a speech about why he thinks it's Venus, which Glove agrees with and Oak denies, and the video ends there with Mustard
thinks it's
refusing to say
Venus.
where he was swapped to,
Yeah.
Knife saying he could be the medic, and Glove arguing for more information. But in the last few seconds, Oak has a realization.
Wait, Knife. You said you were in the maze?
What about it?
That's exactly where I got swapped.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh.
Oak's alibi
I don't
does
know,
check
it
out
doesn't-
with
it
what
just
we've
doesn't
seen.
make sense
It's
to
clear
be-
that he was
to be-
confused when he got
That's
swapped into the
actually
maze, and
right.
as he pointed out,
No, I don't think it's Knife. I think it's too obvious.
You think?
He would make way better an excuse for himself, or try to, and be loud about it.
this also makes Glove essentially 100% not the spark. That leaves 3 suspects, with one of them, or maybe even Oak, being the medic. If the
It's
medic is Oak,
either
the reason
Mustard
he
or
didn't
Venus.
admit to it could have been to set a trap in case anyone else tried to claim it, in which case Oak would know for sure that it's them. But nobody does claim medics, so we don't know. Mustard is a question mark here.
I don't think it's
because
Glove
he
either.
gave no information besides the fact he was also swapped at some point. Knife said he was in the maze, but no no one can prove that, and Venus said she was in the top left all game, which would line up with the behavior of the player we saw in the beginning, but all we have is her word. My best guess on the spark so far would actually be Knife here. His left side location makes sense for the fluke kill in round 1, and it seems like he actually could be double bluffing about both killing Cardboard and admitting to being in the maze when he knows Oak was swapped there, doing the obvious thing both times to avoid suspicion. But once again, we're left large.
It was me.
Both times to
Saiba
avoid
you.
suspicion. But
Saiba you.
once again, we're
Sorry.
left largely in the
My
dark
brain is
with
brain
our
rotted, okay?
match. The only way forward is to watch the second to last round. Round 4. Once again, Oak and Glove meet up in the viewing lobby, Oak seeing a random player on his way there, but way too far to have marked him. Oak tells Glove about his growing suspicions of it being Knife, and Glove agrees it's possible, but admitting to being in the maze would be a weird play for Knife to pull. Oak also mentions trusting Venus, and then Glove suggests something interesting. A trap, using himself as bait to lure the Spark over since he's the most innocent person in the lobby. Oak asks how the Spark would know it's Glove, and Glove demonstrates just that.
I'm gonna shoot himself?
Shooting himself with the crossbow. With Glove's name tag revealed and the plan in motion, they post up right inside the lava room. Oak hiding in the corner, ready to shoot whoever tries to kill Glove the second Glove flashes him the axe signal. The trap is set. The two wait around for a few minutes.
Shit.
I mean, he would go for Glove, but I don't know. I don't know. This feels
Interesting.
yeah, but that also means if he misses, it's over, you know?
Yeah,
It's
that's the only thing.
Until
Fuck! And that's the only thing that's the one thing. And he swapped with the guy in the corner.
Oak is
How
swept
is-
into the maze again. He immediately begins to run, panicking, because if he was swapped here, that means whoever is with Glove at this moment is without a doubt the Spark. All Oak has to do is shoot his arrow at the person next to Glove, and he guarantees himself the identity of the Spark. All he needs to do is escape the maze before the round ends. He runs through the tunnels, hitting dead end after dead end after dead end.
He's not gonna get to them in
Seconds
time.
ticking by. If he can't get to Glove, he'll die, and the whole trap will have been for nothing. He keeps running. A minute left.
I'm having a deja vu from a Resident Evil 1
45
playthrough.
seconds. 30 seconds left.
No, Glove! No, this sucks. This
He's
sucks.
out. All he has to do is make it to Glove. He rounds the bend through the lounge, into the atrium, and there he is. Glove. And the Spark.
Shot to the shot. Why are you waiting?
He's too late.
Glove!
Make the loud noise. Make the loudest noise you
Oak
can.
goes hard at Knife,
Oh, you
now
can't,
certain
right.
and wanting to avenge his dead friend. All he has to do is convince Mustard to vote with him and Venus.
Guys, I know it's Knife for a fact. He tried to kill Glove in the previous round, failed, and now he's just finishing the job.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I haven't seen Glove the entire game.
Bro, please, as if you expect me to believe that for a second.
I don't
He needs to avenge his lover.
Okay, alright. Then who needs somebody guys turning into everything into yaoi? That was definitely a bro moment. Don't make it weird.
His love of his life.
Okay, don't. That's kind of cringe right now. Alright, to these two people specifically, you apply it to these, it's kind of cringe right now. Okay, who do you think it is? I still don't think it's Knife.
It's either Knife or actually Venus. Because Venus has been really quiet.
I mean, I guess, but where do they...
And okay. She was at the maze, right?
But
At
then
the first
Knife
round.
was in the maze the other time. Alright, let's just
expect you to believe anything, dimwit. Though unlike Cardboard, I wouldn't put it past you being the Spark. I have a hard time believing even you would be this stupid to accuse me here.
So then what were you doing all game then?
Nothing. I was just exploring around the labyrinth again. I even ran into someone in the lounge. They can verify I was there.
That was me.
I also ran into someone in the lounge, so that doesn't mean much. I could have ran into Mustard. You could have ran into me. There's no way of knowing who's who. Oh, were you with Glove the entire round?
Yes, I was, in the volcano room, and he told me specifically no one else had interacted with him all game, so it had to have been Knife.
You have no grounds to even think it's me. Did you even see anyone else? And you know what I was going to say before you accused me for literally no reason. I got swapped. Tell me one good reason right now that Mustard and Venus should even humor your argument.
Oh, you got swapped? Well, so did I. I got swapped away from Glove, and that person must have marked him after the swap. I just wasn't fast enough to find out it was you.
Bullshit. I got swapped into the library, not a soul was there.
Wait, that's a blatant lie. I got swapped into the labyrinth, and that's exactly where you said you were.
Oh, come on. You just want me out. It's so obvious. You're just trying to cover for the fact that you pretended to befriend Glove just so you could kill him out and throw it on me. Nice plan.
That is okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Knife definitely
it's
messed
Knife.
up because he did say he was. He didn't mention he was swapped into the bright up.
Mm-hmm.
Genius, but it's not gonna work.
Are you serious? That's what you're going with? Venus, Mustard, tell me you guys aren't seeing this. This guy's obviously been hostile the whole game and he's clearly the spark. He killed Cardboard because he annoyed him, and then killed
This is
Glove because he
how
was onto him. He's
imposters
obviously now just trying to
act,
bluff his way out of
this
this.
is too obvious.
So, Knife, you said you were swapped into the library,
Yeah,
and
Mustard or
Oak, you were
Venus?
swapped into the labyrinth?
Yes.
Yes, but he's lying.
Mustard, you weren't swapped, were you?
No.
Okay, neither was I, meaning that for certain, one of the two of them is lying.
Yeah, and that
Probably
person is Knife. Exactly.
You know you're the worst spark in the history of this game, and there's no chance you win, right? Even if you vote me out here, you made it clear to Mustard and Venus there's a 50-50 between the two of us. They just hide until the next meeting and you lose.
Well, luckily, we won't have to worry about that since once we vote you, the game's gonna be over.
Venus, I know you're an idiot, but Mustard, I have hope that you have at least some semblance of reason, and we'll vote Oak here.
Mustard, listen to me. I was in the volcano room, all game with Glove. We tried to set up a trap together using Glove as bait. It's just I got swapped away, and in that time, the Spark, aka Knife, must have marked Glove. Vote with us, and
You know what they should have done? That would have been way better.
What?
Have
This was getting good.
have what's his name? Oak shoot himself in the corner, right?
Uh-huh.
Go to the corner. Go to that corner, right?
Yeah.
So
But I mean, they would only have one arrow each.
yes, and Glove could have two jobs, technically one. Either he shoots whoever walks into the room with him, or he sees Gloves get switched out and he shoots whoever, you know, because the name's not there
Any of
anymore.
them could have gun switched.
True, and you're right on that thought point. But the thing is, they could have said it that don't run at each other. Just don't run at each other. If let's say Glove got thing and he started walking towards him, he knows immediately that's an imposter, and he could just run out of the room. You know, like a no contact rule, like you stay there, I stay here. You get close to me, I know it's not you. Because he already saw that they did that last round with the other swap. So that's kind of like the thing I'm kind of... Maybe. But they did it. So,
I
you know, who
promise
cares?
we will win.
Who cares?
It is clearly Knife. Venus has an alibi running into you. You know you didn't get swapped. It has to be Knife.
I think he's right, Mustard. I'm pretty sure it's Knife.
Mustard, I was in the labyrinth all game, got swapped into the library, and then met you afterwards in the lounge. All I did was return to the maze. You saw me. Vote Oak, and the game ends here.
The voting phase comes. Knife is out.
Oh my god, idiots.
It's not him.
But as we can see,
Yeah, I
the
told you it
game
wasn't him.
is
I
in
told you. I
Damn.
I told you it wasn't him.
Knife
Then
wasn't
it's
the spark.
Venus.
Oak spawns in, and immediately he knows one thing to be true. The killer is still alive. He runs, loading his crossbow and anxiously looking over his shoulder in case someone is following, and after hesitating for another second, he runs face first into the maze, trying to hide out the round. If he can survive here, and so can the other two, they have a chance at voting out the true spark, whoever it may be. Oak carefully wanders through the maze, peeking corners and crouching so as to not make a sound. Finally,
Venus
he
is the one that
finds
knows
the
the
path
maze.
to hide in, crossbow at the ready,
Not only
and
that,
he waits.
she was the one that was also vote knife out. Vote knife out.
Yeah, it could be Mustard though. You get close. No, okay.
It's Venus. She's hiding just like Oak and tells him to follow her, that she knows the route of the maze. Oak obliges, trusting her with his life. Venus leads him through the network of tunnels and into a small room we caught a glimpse of earlier, an area with a furnace and a crafting table. Venus tells him that they'll be safe here and there's no way Mustard can find them. Just in case he triggers a swap though, they decide to create a code word. Whenever one of them writes a sign saying torch, the other will say ketchup. If someone doesn't answer correctly, the other one knows that they've been swapped. For a few quiet minutes, Venus and Oak shuffle back and forth in the small room, drawing out the timer. If they can survive for these final minutes until the round ends without getting marked, they can vote out Mustard and win. It all comes down to this. 3 minutes left. Oak triggers the code word. Venus responds correctly.
Okay.
2 minutes left. Oak asks Venus what they should do if Mustard finds them. Venus says
Is
that
the medic
will
out
happen.
though? We don't know if the medic's out.
90 seconds
You know?
left.
We don't know if the medic's out
Venus
from this or
triggers
not.
the code word. Oak responds correctly. 60 seconds left. This is it.
Oh my god. Uh-uh.
Shoot him, so you can see the name.
Bruh.
Mustard chases Oak down the hallway, sprinting after him. 40 seconds left. All Oak has to do is not get marked before the round ends. 30 seconds left. 20 seconds left.
Okay, what's happening?
That's so scary, the
15
maze.
seconds left. 10.
10.
Oh.
You dead? You should have shot though. You should have shot the arrow. No one has died.
What? We all survived?
Oh.
I thought for sure we lost.
Wait, so it's just Mustard. Venus, that was perfect. I barely escaped him. We just vote him here and we win.
Oh, you're the one who ran?
Well, yeah, though I'd imagine Venus would run too.
Oak, it's not you, is it?
What? No. Why? It's clearly Mustard here.
Oak, I was backed into a corner and I couldn't run. But Mustard didn't go after me.
What? Maybe he wasn't thinking straight. He probably didn't even notice you.
It's you. You're the spark.
They're teaming up?
You were trying to run to act innocent.
Hello? Yo, if I was the spark, I would've just won there.
That's what I can't figure out. Why wouldn't you just mark me right away and win the game?
Maybe because I'm not the spark?
It's because he didn't want to gamble on the medic showing up. If he marked you, then there's a chance that the medic could still be alive and save you. He probably was waiting to mark you right before the round ended.
Okay, you actually sound dumb now, bro. Like, what kind of plan is that?
Why don't you think Oak could just be the medic? He could have protected me and ran away.
Because I'm the medic.
Okay, wow. Wow, what a great lie. Now you bring that up?
Oak, if you are the medic, you can stop hiding it. Just say it so I know I can trust you.
Venus, I'm saying this because I know you can trust me. I am not the medic. Mustard isn't either because he's the spark. I have no role. I'm not the medic. I'm not the spark. I'm innocent. That's it.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Is it a Venus or Mustard?
Mustard, I still don't get it. If Oak was the spark, why didn't he just kill you then at the end of the maze?
Because I'm not the spark? If I was, you're right. I could have just won.
He was probably just scared that I was protected, that you were somehow the medic and marked me. He didn't want to gamble on me possibly surviving and knowing he marked me. Even if it was a small chance that you were the medic, it would mean he was clearly exposed. He knows he has a better chance at just gaining your trust and voting me out.
So riddle me this, medic. Why did you chase me into the maze?
To save you!
What?
I figured that the one who ran into the maze first was more likely to be the innocent one, as they would think I was the spark. That was the person I wanted to protect, but it looks like my gamble was wrong.
Okay, Venus, there's no way you believe him.
Think about it this way. It was either him or Knife from the last round. You know you're innocent. Knife was voted out, so you have to vote for Oak.
I could just as easily see it being you, Mustard.
Just as easily. What? Yo, it is obviously him.
It's him, Venus. Vote Oak and we end the game here.
Venus, surely you don't believe him. Surely you know I'm innocent, right? I was literally with you the whole round.
It's Venus. It's Venus. It's Venus. They're making them both fight each other.
Yeah.
I believe Mustard.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
believe Mustard that he would chase him because he would be the only one there.
But why would Venus not mark Oak?
Because he probably already
the
marked
beginning.
him. Oh, Oak in the beginning. She probably did. She did probably.
Why didn't he die?
Because the medic saved him in the end.
Oh, so he could have done it in time. Okay.
Yes, he might have saved him right there.
Yeah,
He might have
then
just. That's
I
why he
guess.
chased him, and he might have just saved him.
Yeah.
In the end, right there.
Yeah. Then yes, it's Venus, I guess. Yeah.
It's something that kind of makes sense to me because his argument makes sense, and he could have just gone for. He could have just gone for Venus, who isn't the medic, right?
Yeah.
So if Venus isn't the medic, that means, you know what also could be true? No, never mind. That wouldn't be true because Venus already said she wasn't, or she's not admitting to being the medic. So there's no way to even. There's no point. There's no point of saying this. So never mind. Yeah,
Okay.
it just
Okay,
makes
go,
sense if it's
go.
Venus.
You know just as well as I do. If I was the spark, I would have won. You have to trust me.
And Venus is gonna win because they're both gonna vote for each other, and she has votes for another one. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Imagine if it's actually Oak. And
It
we
wouldn't
just
be.
didn't know.
Cardboard. Cardboard.
Oh yeah, true,
Yes.
true. It's all everybody.
Damn, Venus played. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Venus was the one exploring the maze and memorizing it, and every time they got
Yeah.
teleported was to the maze.
Yeah.
Is it gonna tell us?
I hope they do.
That's the last video on
Oh my god,
Matchbox,
okay, so we
and
literally-
with that, the
Okay.
end of the experiment. The question, of course, remains, who was the spark? What happened there? Who won? Matchbox doesn't give us an answer. It's up to us to piece together the clues and decide for ourselves who we think the spark is. Was it Venus? Mustard?
It had to be Venus.
Or has it always been the player we've been watching
no,
this
because Oak
entire time?
couldn't touch cardboard.
Oak. Matchbox is designed in a way that you could be watching the killer and have no idea. Right-clicking with your hand doesn't look like anything. Pressing G to swap doesn't either. In fact, if you trace the footage back, for each kill, Oak was there the entire time. Flute, glove, glove again. Oak was always there.
You're missing cardboard. You're missing cardboard.
Hand
Why does
out,
everybody forget about
ready to
cardboard?
mark. If you consider for a second that his reactions to getting swapped were just an act, it could really be that Oak was the spark. We've been watching the killer all along. Except, it doesn't line up. There's one kill here that Oak couldn't have possibly made. Cardboard. The entire
yes.
second
Thank
round,
you.
Oak was only close to Glove, and no one else. Unless this player was somehow cardboard, and Glove was putting on an elaborate act somewhere else in the map, Oak couldn't have marked cardboard. Oak cannot be the spark. So that leaves us with two options, Mustard and Venus. Venus is by far the character we know the least about. She's been present in hardly any of Oak's footage until the last round, and we don't know where she's been all game. As a result, it's very possible that she could have really been behind every murder we've seen.
I'm
She
thinking
marked
she
flute
is.
and cardboard, swapped with Oak to mark Glove, and swapped with Oak to mark Glove again. But if it is Venus, why she didn't just vote Mustard out and instead let herself be gaslit into voting Oak is a mystery. Mustard, on the other hand, has more of an alibi. He was allegedly in the scrapyard round 1, so marking flute would have been difficult, and he met up with cardboard and knife in the second round, so marking cardboard there would also be a bit of a stretch. That being said, we don't know his exact whereabouts, so it could well have been him too. If it was Mustard though, then who was the medic? Venus and Oak didn't claim it, and we know the medic saved Glove, which can only mean one thing. Was Knife the medic? Unless it was Glove and he lied about being saved to bait someone out. The information just doesn't line up. The stories are incomplete. The matchbox experiment doesn't
I
tell-
think it would have been such. I think it'd be so funny if Knife was the medic. I think it'd be so funny if Knife was the one saving people while being the asshole.
That would be funny.
It'd
Yeah.
be really funny.
tell us directly who the spark is. Instead, giving us
But-
pieces
That wouldn't make sense. You know why?
Why?
It'd make no sense for Mustard to chase Oak.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah. No, I think the spark was Venus.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
of broken information. We may never get a direct answer from the channel itself, but if anything, that just makes it a mystery more worth solving. It could be that maybe there's a puzzle piece I missed, and maybe one of you watching will be the one who solves the matchbox. Until then though, good luck.
No, this is copyright, so I'm speaking over it, but this is super cool outro either way.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
This guy makes peak. I'll tell you
It
that.
was
This guy makes
interesting.
very good videos. Not gonna lie. All right, this was actually really good. This was like a very, very dramatic version of Among Us, but like in a good way, in a really good way. Because I really like that they couldn't talk to each other or anything, so they couldn't really, just like say certain things. They had to do messages, so it all sounds bland to them in their brain, so you couldn't really feel it out. And the fact that you couldn't see people's names or colors really in the match, really, it puts a weight of problem solving that I really do like, or detective that I really do like. I'm saying they would have found out who it was if they did the other way around with that bait trap.
Yeah, I don't know if that would have worked. Because then they would have been out of arrows.
No, because only the one in the corner would have been the one without arrows. The one in the middle, or I'd say
Oh, yeah,
move him
like
to the
that.
move him
Yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah.
back. Let him stand there and only stand there. Right? The
Yeah,
person in
yeah.
the back will either see when see when his friend gets switched in the corner, or see somebody walk up into the room by himself.
Yeah.
He then would
Okay,
immediately
got it.
shot the person either walking into the room or the person in the corner. If the guy moved at all from the back of the room, could have immediately said, like, if you move, run, just, ran immediately and would have ran away and probably survived.
Yeah, I get it. I get it now. Yeah.
There's feud. I'm not talking about the final meeting. I'm talking. This is when Glove was alive. I'm talking about the glove setup.
When Glove
The glove setup.
died.
The glove setup is what I'm talking about. If they did it that way, that would have been at least a more secure way of doing it.
So sad Glove died.
Mm-hmm. And the reason I say it's more secure, because let's say Oak did get switched, right? And the guy in the back of the room is screwed, as in he can't escape them in time, right? He would know that they were switched. The other person wouldn't know that he switched somebody that knew they were switched with. So the first thing he could do is immediately switch, or shoot them, find out, and run to somebody else. C4. Yeah. I'm just thinking that's more foolproof. To be honest, since it's a random player, it was truly very unlucky that Oak got switched there. That was just unlucky.
Yeah.
That was just a complete gamble. But yeah. Anyways, that was a good video as always. I hope you like and subscribe, and that was great. I very much enjoyed the Matchbox. Catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.